Hello. Hello, hello. Happy Friday. Is it Friday? Yeah, it's Friday. Okay. I'm not losing my mind, I promise. How's everybody feeling today? Everybody doing great? I had some requests for shoulders, so we'll do a little bit of shoulders today. If you can't hear me or you can't see me or you're having trouble, just type it up in the chat and I'll check on that. Okay, and we'll give it like a minute to make sure everybody's here who wants to be here. Don't mind my hair, for real. I don't know what's going on, but it's all good. Wow, it's so nice outside. There's a window there. Yeah. How's everybody doing? All right, so the timer went backwards for 1 second. Hi, Kat. Aww. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So it's weird. It says that nobody's watching now, but okay. We're gonna get started anyways. Just go ahead and start in a child's pose. I'm gonna go over here. We're gonna start in child's pose. So you can take your feet together or knees apart. Oh, it's refreshing to see you too. So we're gonna start in child's pose. You can take your knees together or apart, up to you. We're gonna let the rest of our body just come down and gently relax in between. Wherever you are, I want you to begin taking the deepest breath that you've taken all day, and I want you to fill the lungs all the way up from the bottom to the top. You can start activating your Ujjayi breath here, which is just yogic breathing. Sounds like the ocean in the back of the throat. Kind of like as if you were fogging up a glass or a mirror in front of you. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And taking just a couple moments like this, maybe asking yourself what you want to get out of your practice today. And if you know what you want to get out of your practice, maybe you set that as your intention. Checking in with your body here now. And just observe how your body's doing today, in this moment. Let your body soften a little more. And just breathe. Taking one more nice, really deep inhale, filling the lungs all the way up. And then open the mouth, sigh it all out. The next breath in, we're going to just roll forward like someone called this a striking tiger or something. I don't know. We're going to roll forward into a cobra pose. Oh, striking cobra is what they called it. That makes a lot more sense. And then on the exhale, we're going to push off the hands, round to the back, and come back to our child's pose. And then as we inhale, we're going to bring our body forward and up, kind of rolling up and down the spine here. And you don't have to press all the way or anything. Just do it a little bit. So you've got a little bit of a back bend going on. And then exhale, pushing through the hands, come all the way back to your child's pose. And we'll do this a couple more times with your own breath. I'm going to keep talking while I'm doing it so that you guys can see the things that I'm trying to say. Try to keep your shoulders pulled back here so we're not hunching forward or anything. Just keep this heart really nice and open. Pressing through the hands. Make sure your hands are open really nice and wide so there's a lot of surface area there. And then bring your hips back down. We'll do just a few more of these. So on your own breath, breathing as we come up, inhale. Exhaling as we bring our hips back to our heels. And last one, we'll do together. In a deep breath in. And then exhaling. Round to the back, hips back to heels, meaning the child's pose. We're going to take some side stretches here now, so just go ahead and take both of your hands over to the right. Feel yourself expanding in that left side body, pull that left hip back. And I know a lot of people put their left hand on top of their right hand to get a deeper stretch, but I like to keep my hands shoulder width apart so that I'm not compressing in my shoulder, but it's up to you. You have each choice. Take one more deep breath in here. And on the exhale, moving through center, we're gonna just go to the other side. So finding length in that right side body now. Feel yourself expanding in the right side of the ribs. Pull that right hip back and down. Maybe your hands are together, or maybe they're not, up to you. And staying here for 3, 2, 1, come back up through center. We're gonna come all the way up to a tabletop now. And when you're in your tabletop, just make sure that you've got a solid foundation here. We don't want our knees too wide, so just bring them back in so that they're hip distance apart. We're gonna take a couple rounds of cat and cow. So inhaling as our gaze comes up to the sky. Exhale, draw our chin to the chest. We'll do 2 more of these. Inhaling as we wake up the spine a little bit more. And then exhale. Round in the back, last one. Rolling up and down the spine this time. And then exhaling, bring your chin to the chest. Good. We're going to do some circles now. So if you want to make some circles on the wrists, you can do that. Otherwise, we're going to make some circles on the hips. So moving with your own body and with your own breath, just deciding which motion do you want to take. And then going for those. I always want to do hip circles for some reason, so that's what I'm going to do. But I want you to do what feels good for you. And if you're going one direction, you can switch ways now. One more breath. And after that last breath, just come back up through center. We're going to take the right arm forward and up, and exhale, bringing it back and down. We're just going to start opening up the shoulder here. And then after the third one, just keep that right arm up in the sky. We're going to thread the needle, taking the right arm underneath the left and bringing our weight back to our heels. So someone asked me for some shoulder work today. And we did literally so much shoulder work on Monday, I would feel bad. So we're going to do a lot more like shoulder stretchy and like a little bit of work. We're not going to just be 100% shoulder focused is what I'm saying. But you can take this left hand and you can place it at the upper right hand corner of the mat and get a side stretch in the left side body. Or you have the option to take your left hand, place it on top of your right hand and gently press it away from you, and that'll give you a deeper stretch in the shoulder. If there's any other variations of this pose that you want to take, listen to your body and do what feels right for you. The next breath in, we're going to come all the way up, take that right arm up to the sky, make some circles in the wrist here, and then bring it back down onto the mat. First, going to do the other side. So inhaling, lifting that left arm forward and up, exhaling back and down. We're going to do 3 of these, inhaling, lifting that left arm back and down. Last one. And after the third one, we're going to take it and thread it underneath the right. So bring your hips back to your heels now. You should really feel this in your left shoulder. You can stay just like this, or if you want a little more or a little different stretch, you can take the other options that we did on the other side, taking the right hand over to the upper left-hand corner of the mat. You'll feel that side stretch. You can place the right hand on top of the left and gently press away. You'll feel that deeper stretch in the shoulder. Wherever you are, try to make your inhales really nice and slow. And try to make your exhales almost longer than your inhales. Taking one more nice deep round of breath here. And after that breath, just come all the way up. You can shake the hands out if you need to. Go ahead and just tuck the toes here. We're going to move into a downward facing dog. So lift those hips up high. Probably the first down dog of the day. Sorry, my mat is always like dirty. I don't know. And you can start by wiggling around, making some movements if that feels good for you. Maybe you bend a knee, or maybe you bend both knees. Maybe you lift high on the toes. Maybe you take some little stretches like this. Just do what your body wants. We're going to stay here for 2 more nice, deep, intentional breaths. So take your time wiggling around in this downward facing dog. After that last breath, we're going to go ahead and take the right foot, lift it up to the sky for a 3-legged dog. In our 3-legged dog, we should have our toes flexed towards the ground, keep our hips square, but we're going to do some hip opening here. So go ahead and bend the knee. You can open up in the hip, and then you can just make some hip circles here. You can allow these hip circles to be as juicy as you want them to. Staying here for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take that knee, hug it into the chest as tight as you can, and then shift your weight all the way forward. Good. So now we're in this core plank here. Lift that knee up a little higher. We're going to plant the right foot between the hand. Okay. Keep the left hand on the mat, and the right arm's going to go up to the sky for like a runner's twist. Keep this back leg active still, and gently press the ground away. Why I say gently is because we're still pressing. We're like really active, but we're not like stressed. Like my shoulders aren't up to my ears. My shoulders are still really nice and relaxed down. We're going to stay here for 3, 2, 1. So next we're going to move into a side plank on the left. So our back foot is going to come to its side here. And we're going to take the right foot on top of it and bring the right arm up to the sky. So wherever you are, you're doing it right. If you don't like this, you can put your knee down. But it's really good to get our workout in because we're in quarantine. And all right, we'll stop now. Ready? Go ahead and place the right hand down on the mat. Once you get there, you can rock your weight forward and backward. I always have a tendency of keeping my butt too high, so maybe you need to like lower your hips a little bit. I always have to, but just check in with your body. Once you get here, we have a couple different options. So we're really pressing the ground away with our shoulders. We can do some shoulder push-ups, and if you want to do this on your knees, you can do that as well. But the shoulder push-ups go like this. So imagine you're shrugging your shoulders up to your ears, but just allow your like thoracic body to like come down and then press the ground away. So it's not always a big motion. It's kind of subtle for some people. We'll either do some shoulder push-ups, or you can do some shoulder taps. Sorry, I literally did this right before I got on here, and my shoulders are already tired. But we're gonna do some shoulder taps. But I'm gonna give you the option to do whatever you want to do for your body today. Staying there for 3, 2, 1. All right, go ahead and come all the way down to the mat. You can totter on it. You can keep your knees down or not. Take your left ear on the mat. Bend the right knee. And go ahead and hold on to that right foot. If you can reach it, we're just stretching out this quad here. So you can pull this right foot down like into the butt. If you feel that stretch, that's really nice. If you want to feel more of a stretch, activate that right thigh. Staying here for a really nice, deep, intentional breath. And with this breath, I want you to send that energy to your quad, to the part of the body that we're stretching. And then on the next breath in, go ahead and release. Switch feet. Take your right ear to the mat this time. And then bend the left leg. We're going to hold on to the left foot here. Gently hug it in. You should feel that in your left quad. If you don't really feel it, activate that left leg and feel the difference there. One more deep breath in. One more deep breath out. Awesome. Go ahead and release the leg. We're going to take the hands, place them under the shoulders, tuck the toes, and we're going to meet back in the downward facing dog. You get in this down dog. We're going to take a really nice deep breath in together and lift high on the toes. So take a deep inhale. And then open the mouth, audible exhale. Bring the heels back down onto the mat. Let's do that again. Take a nice deep breath in. Let's hand the toes. And then exhale. Lower the heels back down. All right, we're going to do the other side. So go ahead and take a moment in your downward facing dog. I like to bring my feet together first. And then on the next breath in, we're going to take the left leg up. You can keep the toes flexed at first. And then go ahead and bend at the knee. Open in the hip. And we're going to do some hip circles. While you're doing these hip circles, I challenge you to keep your shoulders square to the front of your mat. So I notice a lot of times I am going like this, but we try to keep our shoulders square. Staying here for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take that knee, hug it into the chest as tight as you can, and then shift your weight all the way forward in this core plank. Try to lift your knee a little higher. And then plant that left foot between the hands. The right hand's going to stay here, left arm's going to go up to the sky. I'm really sorry because my back is going to be facing you after this. Take another deep breath in. One more deep breath out. Now we're going to move into a side plank. So my right foot is moving onto the outer blade edge of the foot, and then I'm going to shift my weight to my right hand, lift my core up. I feel like my feet are a little too close. I'm going to stay here for a couple deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and plant that left hand onto the mat. We're going to bring our knees down, come all the way down onto the floor. We're going to move into Sphinx pose. So take both of your hands out in front of you and draw those elbows in. I don't know if you can see this because it's very small motion, but I'm kind of just chilling here with my elbows out, but I want you to pay attention to how I pull my elbows in and how like my whole body moves. How I'm pulling my heart through and I'm like pulling my elbows back. I'm going to stay here for a moment. And then I want you to relax your shoulders. I want you to like look back at your feet. Well, don't look back if you're in Sphinx pose. You can bring your arms out. But I want you to look back at your feet. I'm going to tuck my toes here and I'm going to pull my feet back. So notice which direction my body's moving when I pull my feet back here. As if I was pulling myself away. Okay. The reason why I want to show you guys that is because we're going to do like a little core plank exercise. So keep your toes tucked. On the next breath in, we're going to lift our hips up. So we're going to stay in a forearm plank. But I really want you to pull the ground together with your toes and your elbows. So we're going to stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bend the knees. Come all the way down onto your mat. Bring the left ear down, bend the knees, and then rock them side to side. Then we're going to do it again. So go ahead and bring the feet back down, tuck the toes, coming into that Sphinx first. And then we're going to lift up the hips. When you lift the hips up, I want you to pull your elbows in, and I want you to pull your feet in at the same time too. So you're really like pushing the ground, compressing it together. Keeping your navel drawn to the spine. Everything is active for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release. Bring your right ear down onto the mat this time. Bend the knees and rock them side to side. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. One more deep breath like this. And after that last deep breath, just go ahead and tuck the toes. We're going to meet back in a downward facing dog. When you get to that down dog, lift up high on the toes, deep breath in. Then exhale through the mouth, heels back down. We're going to walk our hands back to our feet now. So just boop, 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 walking all the way up. For this forward fold, while you're folding, you can bend your knees. I know I'm wearing like baggy pants, but you can bend your knees here if you want to. Just take a ragdoll, grab opposite elbows, and nod your head. So you know everything is nice and relaxed. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and release. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, reverse one by take your arms out and up. Then exhale, bring your hands into our center. You get there, maybe take a shoulder roll, bring your shoulders up to your ears. Let's go ahead and take our feet together now. So our feet are together. Stand up really nice and tall, mountain pose. And the next breath in, take the arms out and up. Exhale, bring the hands into our center. You can close your eyes. Circling back to your intention that you may have sent earlier. Or maybe circling your thoughts back to your breathing. And the next breath in, reach the arms out and up. And then exhale, hands to our center. So we're going to do a little balancing activity. So I like to shift my weight left to right and just kind of feel out my feet for a moment. I know that sounds weird, but I just like to play around with it first. But stand up nice and tall, really grounded the left foot, and on the next breath, then we're going to bend the right knee. So you can keep your knee hugged into your chest here. Find something in front of you that's not moving, and that'll be your gaze point. You can stay like this, or if you can reach the foot, you can extend the foot fully. But we're going to stay here for 4 more deep breaths. Wherever you are, draw that navel in. So keep your core really, really nice and tight. Shoulders down so they're not like hunched up or anything. I'm totally not counting breaths anymore. So 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take that right foot out to the right. And stay here for 5 breaths as well. Maybe in your head saying, I'm grounded. Last one. Go ahead and come up to center. You can shake the leg out. Well, I guess the other leg would be the one you want to shake. And then we're just going to switch, okay? So take your feet together. Open your toes nice and wide. Really grip down onto the mat. And then on the next breath in, we're just going to shift our weight into the right foot, bend the left knee. And then, keep that foot flexed too. Draw your navel in, so we're really nice and tight here. Like broadening through the collarbones, not, really nice and tall, proud pose. 2 more breaths here. If you want to grab the foot, you can do that as well. And then on the next breath, go ahead and take your left foot out to the left. So we're opening up in that hip, and one really nice way to do it is really to be active in that hip and really like feeling like you're pulling it away from the body. If you really want to challenge, try to take your gaze to the right while your foot's at the left. Staying here for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release. You can bring that left foot back down. Maybe you want to shake the right leg out. Then we're going to take the next nice deep breath. Arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale, move your hands all the way forward to a downward facing dog. You get there, we'll time the toes, inhale. And then exhale, bring your heels back down. And the next breath in, we're going to take the right leg, lift it all the way up. And then core plank as we take our right foot between the hands. So we're going to let the back foot plant here. We're going to move into warrior 2. So keep that back foot at like a 45 degree to like a 90 degree angle. And then let this front knee bend a lot. Once you get in this warrior 2, take a really nice deep breath in. Maybe like ask yourself, where are my body parts? And like, am I doing this right? Every time I get into this pose, I always have like a checklist of things. I'm like, oh yeah, check my shoulders, check my core, check my arms, check my legs. But when you get here, maybe you just want to breathe. Take one more nice deep inhale. Put the palm on the exhale, reverse your warrior. Staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come all the way back up. Straighten that front knee. We're gonna do a triangle. I hate that I'm not facing you. It's driving me crazy. Okay. So we're gonna move into triangle. So wherever you are, I like to think about I'm a little teapot. And you know how when I'm a little teapot, you tilt at the hips? That's what we're doing here, okay? So shift your hand all the way forward as far as you can go. Tilt your hips and then place your hand on your leg. And take the other one up to the sky. This shoulder might have to come back some and this hip might have to open up because a lot of times we're here and we really want to be really, really flat in this pose. So staying here for 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. We're going to move into a wide-legged forward fold now. So Friday Vinyasa. Just take both of your feet so that they're facing the same direction. For you, it'll be the left side of your mat. And then let your feet become parallel with one another or just slightly pigeon-toed. That'll keep your knees protected. We always want our feet and our knees facing the same way. You can place the hands on the hips here, stand up nice and tall, and then exhale, we're gonna fold. So take whatever variation of this Friday Vinyasa as you want. You might take your hands in line with your feet and use your shoulders to pull and have that traction so you feel that in the back of your hamstrings. Or maybe you take your peace fingers around the big toes and you activate these arms so you can get that extra stretch. Or maybe you just relax and you're really passive. Maybe you're not there yet and you have your hands on a block or on the wall, and that's okay too. So breathing wherever you are, knowing that whatever shape you make is the right shape for you to be making today. One more nice deep inhale. One more nice slow exhale. On the next breath in, we're gonna walk our hands over to our right foot. I'm gonna turn around, I don't want you to be confused, but I'm supposed to be facing this way. So we're gonna walk our hands all the way over to our right foot. We're gonna come into a lizard lunge. So you can heel toe your right foot over to the right some more. You're gonna wanna be on your toes of your back foot here. You can walk your way forward and backward. You can sink kind of juicy in the hip. You can put that knee down. If you want to, you can come down all the way onto your forearms if that feels good for you. Wherever you are, make sure that you're breathing. And you can stay here, or if you want like a deeper stretch in this left leg, the quad, you can bend this knee, you can hold on to it. If you pull your foot in, you'll feel that stretch in your quad. If you want a deeper stretch in the shoulder, you pull your foot away and you'll feel that opening up in your shoulder instead. So you can play with that. Breathing into the nose and out through the nose. So our yoga practice, the physical practice, the time we spend on our yoga mat, we breathe, we move the energy in our body, and that feels really good. But a lot of people don't know that just the physical practice of yoga is only 1/8 of it. So yoga really means the combination of the mind, the body, and the spirit. And through our yoga practice, including our physical practice, we do that. But there's a lot of other things that are actually involved as well. On the next breath, go ahead and bend, tuck these back toes, shift your weight forward, and we're going to move into a yogi squat. So bring that left foot to the front of the mat, meaning a yogi squat. You can take your hand at heart center, gently press the knees away. Wherever you are, I want you to check out my shoulders here and think about opening. Yeah, there we go. Stay here for one nice deep breath. And after that breath, we're going to meet in a forward fold. So take your toes forward and fold here. You can bend your knees a lot. You can ragdoll Or you can make this more of an active stretch if you want. You can take your hands, place the palms up underneath the feet, gorilla. If you want a deeper stretch from there, you can bend the elbows out, let your head and neck relax. Wherever you are, make sure you breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. So our breath is one of our 8 limbs of yoga, as I was talking about. There's 8 ways. I don't know, ways isn't the word. There are 8 limbs of yoga. 8 routes, I guess they say. And one of them is the physical practice, the asana. And one of them is breathing, which is pranayama. So we do those 2 a lot together. And there's a couple more. There's 8 more. Well, 8 total, and that's 2 of the 8. But I'm just going to talk about one today. Okay, so whenever you're ready, go ahead and lift up the hands. Maybe shake your legs out if you need to a little bit. Then we're going to just slowly roll all the way up to standing. Vertebra by vertebra. Inhale, take the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, bring them down the back. We're going to take the arms out now. Exhale, fold. So from this forward fold, we're going to move into one of my favorites called Ardha Chandrasana, or half moon pose. So take your left hand and move it like about this far in front of your body here. I'll move back so you guys can see me. I know it's hard to see on the floor. I don't know, I'd say it's probably like 2 footprints away from my body. I'm going to shift my weight to my front hand and my left leg, and then I'm going to lift up my right leg. So I've got my right leg really nice and active here. I'm pulling it up with my glute, and I'm trying to keep my hips stacked on top of one another. So this would be a standing L, and this is an Ardha Chandrasana. Try to pull this right shoulder back. There we go. And try to be flat like we were in the triangle. You can smile if it's hard. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring that foot down. We're going to meet in a forward fold. Maybe you rock your weight forward and backward. Then we're just going to do it on the other side. So keeping this right hand, I don't know how many, like a foot, maybe like 1 foot in front of your foot, and then just adjust it when you get there. Try to keep it stacked underneath the shoulder, and then take that left foot up, squeeze this glute so you can pull this leg up and keep this hip stacked on top of the other hip. Open that left shoulder all the way up. Notice I need to bring my hand in a little more. This is like a really, difficult balancing pose, so if you can't get it, don't feel like bad or anything like that. Just play around with it and don't forget to breathe. Staying here for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and meet in a forward fold. Lift up halfway. Ardha Uttanasana. And then exhale, fold again. Plant your hands and then walk back to the downward facing dog. When you get there, lift up high on the toes. And exhale. Bring the heels back down. Next breath in, lift that left leg up. 3-legged dog. Bend the knee, core plank, bring it all the way forward. Then plant it between the hands. When you get there, adjust your feet. Make sure you're pulling this left foot back, kind of like how we were compressing the mat earlier. And then we're going to take the right foot, plant the foot down, and we're going to come all the way up into a warrior 2. Do you guys miss people? I kind of miss people. We're in warrior 2. Okay, stay in warrior 2. Sorry, it's like people are writing stuff and I can't see it from all the way over here. So when you get here, maybe you're adjusting everything. Or maybe you're just breathing. Wherever you are, take 2 more deep breaths. After that last breath, go ahead and flip the front hand, take the back right hand down the right leg. Peaceful warrior. On the next breath in, come up, straighten that front leg. We're gonna move into triangle. So just like I said before, we're gonna tilt at the hips. Keep the arms straight, tilt at the hips, and place that left arm down, right arm goes up. Check your hips here. I always feel like this hip is kind of leaning forward, and then I need to open everything up so that I'm flat. Use your core to keep you lifted, because otherwise you're going to be dumping in this arm here. And staying here for 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. You can release the hands. Take both the feet to face the same direction. So the right side of your mat, you can take your feet parallel with one another, or they can be slightly pigeon-toed just to protect the knees. Take a back bend here if you want to. If you want to interlace your fingers behind your back, that was good for you. Maybe you do that. Otherwise, we're just going to fold. So Prasarita Padmasana, whatever variation you like. And breathing into the nose and out to the nose. One more nice deep breath. And then on the next breath in, we're going to just walk our feet over to the left foot, which is the front of the mat. Moving into lizard lunge. So maybe you rock your weight forward and backward. Or maybe you place that knee down here. Maybe you come down to your forearms, or maybe you don't. Up to you. Maybe you come out onto that laid edge of that left foot and gently press that left knee away from the body. Or maybe you bend the right knee and grab onto it with the left hand. Maybe you pull with your hand, which stretches your quad, or maybe pull with your leg, which stretches your shoulder. Or maybe you're in child's pose, who knows? Wherever you are, listening to your breath and your body. So the 8th limb, the last limb of yoga, is the one that I want to talk about today. And this limb is called samadhi. And so samadhi, or samadhi, some people pronounce it differently. Samadhi is basically true bliss, or heaven, or nirvana, or whatever you want to call this, right? And so basically, the way that I interpret this, and by the way, all of the limbs are open for your own interpretation, really. So it's not the law, it's just what you feel it's saying to you, right? And I feel like this is a high vibration that you can tap into at any time. So from samadhi, maybe you feel it when you feel really good, or maybe you just tap into it for a little bit and then come back down. But it's the idea that heaven is here on earth and that we can tap into it whenever we want to, and that it's up to us to feel that energy. Whenever you're ready, we're going to tuck those back toes, shift your weight forward. I like to go front to back first, and then with that momentum, take your right foot to the front of the mat, meeting in a yogi squat. So in this yogi squat, sit up nice and tall, keep your heels down on the ground. And if you need to adjust, some people need to have their feet way wider. Some people like to have them closer together, up to you. Just feeling it out. And so we've got a couple different options. We're going to do 2 different birds. So you have to choose which bird you want to do, or you can do both, but you might not have enough time to do both. So the first one, and I'll tell you, you're going to take your right hand, take it down beside you, and then take the left arm up to the sky. We're really going to open through our heart here, so pull this left shoulder back. And then maybe you take this left hand and maybe you bind. And if you can reach and you can bind, then go ahead and lift your hips up a little bit. Take your right hand underneath your right thigh, and then just go ahead and grab the opposite wrist here. So we're going to move into bird of paradise as you take your left foot in towards the center of the mat, and then you maybe come up onto the toes of the right foot. I like to look on the ground right in front of me and then find something that's a little bit more forward, and then I shift my gaze as I come all the way up. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you extend the leg, wherever you are. Think about pulling that left shoulder back like we were when we had our feet on the ground. Okay. So we're doing bird of paradise on the right side. If you're like, nah, that ain't for me, I'm not trying to do bird of paradise, maybe you want to do crow. Woo. So we're here in this yogi squat. If you want to do crow, take your hands, open my flag. These are your feet, okay? These are your feet now. So we have to keep them really, really nice and open, really, really wide fingers, okay? You can come up a little bit. We're going to take our knees. We're going to put them into our armpits as much as we can. So maybe you rock your weight forward, and maybe you lift up one foot. Or maybe you lift up the other foot, or maybe you just shift your weight forward, enough until they come off the ground magically. And then when that happens, you just bend your knees a little more. Keep squeezing your knees together in this pose. You're gripping the ground with your fingers. All right, bird of paradise is if you have done one side and you want to do the other side, make sure you do the other side now. If you're playing crow, feel free to play more. We did baby crow last week, but if you guys want to see it, because I don't think you guys are here, you can come onto your forearms and bring your knees all the way into your armpits. Shift your weight forward, and then maybe you lift your feet off the ground. So we'll stay here for about 5 breaths. If you're like, nah, I don't want to do any of that, I'm tired of this yogi squat, just come to your butt, take your knees up to the sky, and then gently rock them left to right, side to side. Yeah, that's a lot of talking. I'm going to see you guys writing stuff over there, so I'm going to check it. Wherever you are, eventually coming down to sit on your butt, rocking your knees side to side. So one more nice deep breath. Everybody meeting here with the windshield wiper knees. Maybe you take a nice deep breath in. A nice deep breath out. Go ahead and take your hands underneath your shoulders, fingers facing you, and we're going to lift up into reverse tabletop or Purvottanasana. Let your head be neutral, and if this feels good and you really want more, maybe you straighten your legs first and you let I want you to see me, and then maybe you let the toes come down. Wherever you are, staying here for one more deep breath, and then go ahead and release. Cross the feet, plant the hands, and meet in a downward facing dog. When you get to that down dog, take a deep breath in, lift high on the toes, and exhale. Bring the heels back down. We're going to shift our weight forward now. Now we're in a plank pose. Well, I'm not in a plank pose. I'm always in like a weird plank pose. All right. You can bend the knees and come all the way down off the mat. Ugh. So maybe in a sphinx. Our arms are parallel with one another. Take a deep breath in. Just really feel the stretch, feel relax here. One more nice, deep, intentional breath. And after that breath, go ahead and take your palms face up to the sky. We're going to take it so that the left arm is closest to us and the right arm is furthest from us, but we're going to take both of our palms facing up, hands going opposite way. And I think that people like to call this shoelaces, but we're going to take, I'm going to turn so you can see. All right, so we're going to take the hands underneath the body and then just come all the way down like this. So you should feel this opening in the shoulder here. Yeah, and I'm going to turn so you can see the other part. So you should feel yourself opening in the shoulder here, and you can get on the toes and just shift your weight forward a little bit more, and you'll feel that really, really nice deep stretch. Breathing in through the nose, and out through the nose. Taking one more. Then on the next breath in, just go ahead and release. There's no graceful way to do it. You just gotta come out. Maybe you take your elbows in for a Sphinx pose, readjust. And then we're gonna go the other way. So the left arm was underneath the right last time. So we'll take the right arm underneath the left, both palms facing up. And shift your hands so that they move far away, far away. And then we're going to get up high on the toes here and then shift our way forward. Breathing in through the nose, and out through the nose. One more nice deep inhale. One more nice deep exhale. And wherever you are, try to let your body soften just a little bit more. All right, whenever you're ready, we're going to slowly release. Come all the way up. Yeah. So, we got one more fun thing to do here on our stomach. We're going to take both of our hands out like a T. So we're out wide, palms facing down. Go ahead and take that right hand, place it underneath the shoulder so the elbow is bent back, and then take the right foot and bend it at the knee. So you've probably done this before if you've taken my class before. But we're going to push off the right hand and just gently like rock all the way over. You can let your head relax here so you're still nice and relaxed. But you'll feel this in your left shoulder. And if you can't see me, I'm going to turn because it's important that you see this. What's going on? Everyone gets so confused with this pose. So my arm is out like straight to my body like a T. It's not like in front. It's not like back here because that's not going to be the same stretch. We want it to be in line. So my arm is in line with my shoulder. We're bending this right knee and the right elbow. We're pressing off the right hand. And then if I move my head, I think you can see what's going on in my shoulder here. But then you can let your head and neck relax. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. And asking yourself, where am I sending that breath? Sorry, it's so weird over there. Where am I sending that breath? And the next breath in. Go ahead and switch. Taking the right hand out long, bend the left knee, and place the left hand underneath the left shoulder. You can stay here for a moment if you want to, or whenever you're ready, just push off the left hand and rock your way over onto the right side so you can feel that stretch in the right shoulder. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. One more nice deep intentional breath here. And then whenever you're ready, just come all the way up. Now you're probably like laying on your stomach. And I like to call this the fish out of water pose. And we're basically just going to roll over on our back because there's no graceful way to do it. And it's awkward, just like fish out of water. And that's it. So now we're here. All right. When you get there, go ahead and hug your knees into the chest. Give them a nice big squeeze. Maybe you rock side to side, left to right. We're going to do a back bend now. So we're going to do 3 back bends. Okay, the first one, we're going to do bridge pose, and I'm going to teach bridge pose, and I'm going to do 3 bridge poses, okay? But if Urdhva Dhanurasana is in your practice and you really want to take full wheel, you can do it at your own risk, just carefully in your own home, okay? But I'm just going to teach bridge. So we've got our feet down on the mat, about hip distance apart, so they're not too far away, they're not too close together, right? They're pretty close to the body. We're going to press through the bottoms of the feet. We're going to lift up the hips. keep your gaze up. So we're not turning our neck side to side. That's not safe, okay? So just keep looking up. If you don't know what's going on and you're confused, watch me first and then try it, okay? So we're gonna lift up the hips. And I like to kind of come up onto my shoulders here and kind of tuck my shoulders underneath. If you want to, you can interlace your fingers behind your back, pressing into the ground with the backs of your hand. Your chin is going to be like tucked into your chest, but you try to want to take it slightly away from your chest so you're looking more like up, forward, as opposed to chin all the way tucked in. So like, it's called your, I can't pronounce it, but it's your Jala Banda, I think. One more deep breath here. And then go ahead and release. Bring the hips back down onto the mat. You can rock your knees side to side. We're going to do it again 2 more times. Woo! I hope you guys feel awesome today. I hope you're having the best day of your life today. And I know a lot of things are going on in the world, but it's our choice if we want to be feeling samadhi or not, right? And a lot of times external factors do affect our mood, and that's okay. Because, if I win $1 million right now, I'm going to be in samadhi, right? But it goes both ways. So take one more deep breath in. And then bringing our knees back to center, facing up to the sky. We're going to take another bridge pose. So pressing through the bottoms of the feet here. Really get your body prepared. I like to take a really, really full exhale and then come up on the inhale after that. Bring my shoulders down. If you don't want to interlace your fingers, if you can't reach, just press the ground like away with your hands. Take your hands flat and just press. Squeeze your glutes and then keep your inner thighs active. So they're not squeezing together, right? But imagine that they're like talking to each other. Like they want to be friends. Staying here for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring it back down. Hug your knees into the chest this time. We're going to rock side to side. And then we'll do one more back bend, okay? All right. Go ahead and take your feet back down onto the mat. And we're going to do our last bridge pose. Taking a really nice full exhale. And then on the inhale, lifting up hips. Gently drawing those knees together. Not touching, but they're just thinking about coming together. Keep those inner thighs engaged. Press through the bottoms of your feet. Keep your core nice and tight. Gaze is up to the sky for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release. Bring everything back down. Hug your knees into the chest. Rock side to side. I don't know about you guys, but my everything is literally sore. I just don't know. Been working out a lot in the quarantine, I guess. We're going to move into a happy baby pose now. So just go ahead and hold onto the outer blade edges of the feet, and you can rock left to right, or you can find stillness. It's up to you. If you want to extend one leg or both legs, you can do that. If you want to take a supine twist, what time is it? All right. Yeah, if you want to take a supine twist, feel free to do that. So hugging the knees into the chest, then drawing the right knee over to the left side body. Keep that right shoulder grounded, gaze to the right. And then on the next breath in, come all the way up. I'm going to switch. Extending that right leg long, taking that left knee to the chest, and then drawing it over to the right. Keep that left shoulder nice and grounded here. Maybe while you're in this pose, you ask yourself, where can I soften? And taking one more round of breath. And after that breath, just go ahead and release all the way up. Taking any last poses that you want before your Shavasana. Maybe you take the soles of the feet together, knees out wide for Supta Baddha Konasana for a moment. Or maybe you want to take your Shavasana here in this pose. I'll give you a couple moments to stay here though before we move into our final rest. So yeah, go ahead and come into Supta Baddha Konasana. You can keep your hands on your body, the right hand on your heart, left hand on your abdomen, or you can take both of your arms out beside you like a cactus. Really feel like you're opening in the chest here. Really opening the hips, opening the chest. Take a really deep breath in through the nose. Open up the mouth, let it all go. Taking another deep breath in. With this inhale, draw the energy from the tailbone all the way up to the crown of the head. And then on the exhale, let it all go. So I want you to continue drawing that energy from the ground, center of the earth, through the tailbone, all the way up to the crown of the head. And then on the exhale, maybe you exhale that air from the center of your chest. Maybe you're sharing a little extra love and light from your heart chakra, shining it onto the world and onto this space and letting it overflow. All that extra love, light, and healing energy that the world needs so badly right now. And you can stay like this for your Shavasana, or you can move into corpse pose. Take up as much space as you'd like, or whatever shapes you'd like. Allow your mind to wander, and I'll guide you back when it's time. And the next breath in, just go ahead and start bringing awareness back into the body now. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. You can move the fingers and the toes, and then taking your time, just go ahead and roll over onto your right side for a fetal pose. And while you're in this fetal pose, leaving some space for gratitude. There are so many things to be grateful for. Whenever you're ready, just come up to a comfortable cross-legged seat, bringing your hands to heart center. Take a deep breath in, fill the lungs all the way up. And exhale through the mouth, let it all go. May you all be light, happy, and free. Light in the feet, happy in the heart, and free in the mind. Namaste. Happy Friday. I'll be here on Monday, 6:15. If you have any requests, let me know. Let me know if you have any requests because, I got so much time on my hands. Namaste. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, I got so much time on my hands. I've got some creativity and some flow juices going. So yeah, tell me what you want, what poses you want to learn, what parts of your body need more stretching than others. Because somebody said they wanted to do shoulders today, so we did shoulders. Last week, nobody told me anything, so we did shoulders. So next week, I don't think we're gonna do shoulders unless somebody wants to do shoulders. But last week was a lot more intense. Yeah, and all these YouTube videos that are live, I just keep them on my channel. So if you want to go back and rewatch it at any time, it's a good one. It's a good way to just get your yoga in and stuff. So yeah. All right. All right, guys. I'm going to go. Text me or whatever if you have any other questions. Okay. Bye.